Once upon a time, in the middle of winter, a queen had a child who was as white as snow and as red as blood, and her hair was as black as ebony, and she got therefore called Little Snow White. But as the child was growing up, the queen died. After a year, the king took to himself another wife, who could not bear that anyone else could surpass her in beauty. But as Snow White was growing up, she became more beautiful than the queen herself, and once, when the queen asked her looking glass,
Looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?
You are gorgeous, my lady, but more beautiful is Snow White.
From that hour she hated the girl so much. She called her husband and said,
Take the child away into the forest, kill her, and bring me back her heart as a token.
Snow White, I must kill you.
Oh dear huntsman, leave me my life. I will run away to the wild forest and never come home again.
Run away then, you poor child. I'll cut out of the heart from an animal as proof that the child was dead.
She ran as long as her feet would go, until it was almost evening. Then she saw a little cottage, and went into it to rest herself.
Everything in the cottage is so small, but I am so hungry and thirsty, and I want to sleep.
When it was quite dark, 7 dwarfs came back to the cottage, but everything was not in the same order in which they had left it. Then they saw the Snow White.
Oh heavens, what a lovely child. Let her sleep for tonight.
When it was morning, little Snow White awoke, and was frightened when she saw the 7 dwarfs.
Don't be scared, we aren't gonna hurt you. What's your name?
My name is Snow White.
How have you come to our house?
Then she told them all her story, and what had happened to her.
You should make all the home chores if you want to stay here.
Yes.
With all my heart.
In the morning, they went to the mountains and looked for copper and gold.
We will come back in the evening. All has to be ready and be served to let no one come in.
But the queen, believing that she had eaten Snow White's heart, she thought that she was again the first and most beautiful of all. And she went to her looking glass and said,
Looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?
Oh Queen, you are the most beautiful, but Snow White is still alive and well, and none is so fair as she.
What?
When she heard the glass speak, thus she trembled and shook with rage.
Snow White shall die, even if it costs me my life. I will make a very poisonous apple.
When the apple was ready, she painted her face and dressed herself up as an old woman. And so she went over the 7 mountains to the 7 doors. She knocked at the door.
I cannot let anyone in. I shall soon get rid of my apples. There I will give you one. No, I dare not take anything. Are you afraid of poison? I will cut the apple in 2 pieces. You'll eat the red cheek and I'll eat the white.
But only the red cheek was poisoned. Then Snow White stretched out her hand and ate the poisonous scalp. Suddenly she fell down dead. The dwarfs, when they came home, found Snow White lying up on the ground. They did everything to save her, but she was dead. Then they were going to bury her. Suddenly, the king's son came into the forest and went to the dwarf's house to spend the night. He saw the coffin on the mountain and the beautiful Snow White within it.
Let me have the coffin. I'll honor and prize her as my dearest possession.
As he spoke in this way, the good dwarfs gave him the coffin. Then he gave her a kiss full of love, and then she opened her eyes.
Oh heavens, where am I?
You're with me. I love you more than everything in the world. Come with me to my father's palace. You shall be my wife.
And Snow White was willing and went with him, and their wedding was held with great show and splendor. Then the state queen had arrayed herself in beautiful clothes, and she went before the looking glass.
Looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?
Oh Queen, of all here the fairest are thou, but the young queen is fairer by far as a drought.
Then the quick woman uttered the curse. She went in, recognized Snow White, and saw how beautiful this girl was. Because of this, she dropped down dead.